Welcome in, everybody. We are live back at it here with myself and Conor Mac, bringing you guys the PGA Pub Hub. Shout out to Pub Sports Radio, Southtown 101, everyone there. We are coming off a bit of a tough week last week. Everyone at the RBC there. It was quite of a wrench in the old ointment, as they say, or a wrench.
40-1 or more. Spieth. I looked at him long and hard. I just didn't love his form. Man. Yeah, but he played, like I told Show, real quick before you roll, that guy played unbelievable on the weekend. I mean, missing that putt on 18 on Saturday, too, and then come back, shoot 66, hole out there, and just he played well. So hats off to Spieth and that price, if anybody had him.
He bounced back. He said he didn't have a putter either, and he still ended up winning that first win for Spieth since the Valero. So great job from Spieth. Coming up, guys, we got the PGA Championship coming up here. It's going off on May 16th to the 22nd that week. So look forward to that. We're going to try and bring in some more heavy hitters for you guys. That was a great time. Shout out to Kenny Rogers and our boy Boston Nick, Real Deal Prime. What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in. This week it's we're going to a match play event. Going to another match play. This week it's the Zurich Classic. It's a longer match play event too. It's 7,400 yards, par 72. Defending champs are going to be Leishman and Smith. These guys, that was Smith's first win and actually it was his second win. First one being actually the same match play event back in 2017. So he's going up with Leishman again. They're going to try to defend their belt this week, defeating Louis and Charles. The cut, guys, it's going to be a cut event. There's going to be the top 33 is what I had from 35 last year. It's going to be about 66 groups then from what I have. So there's going to be a cut in this event. And it's a best ball alternate shot. So kind of like what we were doing down in Texas there, Connor. We were doing like a best ball. So that just means whoever's got the best shot, you're hitting it, guys. They're going to do that rounds 1 and rounds 3. And then rounds 2 and 4, they're going to do alternate shots. So one guy off the tee, one guy approach, hopefully one guy putts, and then so on and so on. And then usually what they'll do is at least one guy has to hit on at least 4 holes. So if you have a guy, say if he's on all the par 3, like same with the par 3s, you have to par 3s, and you have to have a guy have at least 4 drives. So one thing to keep in mind, little information there. But going into this week, guys, it's going to be I kind of like this week there, Connor. I did a lot of stats here. I got to just bring up my Excel sheet here. But
I hope you're pumped for it.
Oh, I'm ready to go. I'm ready for every week, guys. But this one, the Zurich. Haven't hit an outright in a while, and I got some first-round leaders and some outrights. We got a 5-pack this week, guys, kind of shortening things up, and then 7 outright leaders. I got some top 10s, top 20s this week, Connor, and the 72-hole matchups were not out yet, so stay tuned. Check me out there on Twitter there, guys, Ego47_. I'm going to tweet out the card, as I always do. So I got about all the way up to about 100-1 here, Connor, so I got all the groups broken down from tee to green. Because one thing this week, guys, you want to see golfers that complement each other. If you got 2 golfers that can't putt and are not doing too well around the green, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to be in trouble. So just some guys that are struggling around the green and putting so far this week or this year. Kazire Poston, they're both negative around the green putting. Day and Scrivener. Scrivener's got an awful partner. Glover, Reevy, these guys around the green putting, they're going to struggle. Same with Knox and Stewart. So you're going to want to look at golfers, guys, that kind of complement their games. What else can I talk about this course? The popular pairings. That's what I want to get into, Connor, is the popular pairings. You got Hovland and Morikawa, guys. Two of the top golfers, up-and-coming golfers, I'd say, especially in the last 2 years. Hovland hasn't won as much as he probably should have. Morikawa has been winning all over the place. This is Hovland's first time here. Second time here. He was T25 with Ventura there, Christian Ventura, I think his name is there, Connor.
Not Ace?
Oh, no. Yeah, not Ace. No. That's his nickname, I bet, though. Ace Ventura there. Yeah. He was T25. He's got a better partner with Morikawa. So only thing with these two guys, Connor, is they're around the green stats. I got some red marks around it. They don't complement each other around the green. They're a hell of a ball strikers. The thing is, approach plus 1.13 plus 0.83. Those are going to be 2 of the top numbers you're going to see between 2 pairing on approach stats. So they're probably not going to miss too many greens. It's a very flat course. There's going to be a little bit of wind. I'm going to get into the weather here in just a sec. But that's the only thing with Hovland and Morikawa you guys might want to watch out for is they're around the green. Even their putting doesn't scream, one putts to me. So
Yeah.
That would be the one thing about that grouping. Another grouping, guys, Cantley, Xander, second time together. They were T11 in 2021. Cantley was with Patrick Reed and switched over to Xander, and he seemed to have made the right decision there, Connor. Only thing that I have against these guys would be long par threes. This course, they have four par threes because it's a par 72. They're all over 200. I think one's about 195, but they're long par threes. It's a long course, so I looked up long par three stats just before the show, and they're 116th and 143rd out of about 200 guys. So they could struggle there, and if you throw some wind in there, I don't exactly like that. They're around the green stats, though, are decent. That is Cantley and Xander. Leishman and Smith, really good putters, strong around the green. The only thing with them will be the off the tee, Connor. 0.15 for Leishman, negative 0.1 for Smith. So if they don't have trouble off the tee, which didn't seem to have the problem last year, they can very well maybe repeat at this event. Nice little pause, coffee break.
Whenever I'll roll when you keep going, just let me know, my man.
Absolutely. I got a couple more popular pairings. Palmer, guys. Palmer's been with Rahm. He seems to be with all the top golfers. Now he's with Scheffler. And this is his first time with Scheffler, coming off a first place in 2019 and a seventh last year from Palmer. So right away, Palmer Scheffler could very well be a decent pairing, but Scheffler or Palmer.
You know why they're good? Real quick. You know why they're good? That he does well in these, Palmer, because he can't putt, and that's why he never wins. So if you put him with a pretty good player, that's why he's won this in the past 3 years, and then like you said, at a top 10. So I don't know how you not like him even this week. I mean, price isn't great, but real quick, just wanted to get that out there. That's why I think he's had a little success.
And I can back that up even with the old numbers here too. Palmer is negative around the green putting, but Scheffler very strong around the green and his putting. One thing would be maybe the par threes, 110, 174th on long par threes. This is definitely going to be some of the longer par threes you're going to see on the course. Will, shout out to Will there. Just going to go back to Will there. He was saying Garcia and Fleetwood. I'm going to just get to them. He didn't make my card, brother, but I think they're very dangerous. Just their number was a little low, so I ended up going with this next group. Connor, this next group here, I think they're dangerous. This is going to start off the 5-pack this week, guys. It's Burns and Billy Horschel. Very, very strong golfers right now. I got them at 13-1. He was 14-1, and then when I went to bet it went to 13. So I think Horschel and Burns have a solid chance, guys. Par 3 scoring 3rd and 24th. Putting very strong around the green. Nothing's negative between both of them, Connor. Tee to green, very strong. Only thing would maybe be Billy Horschel's approach. It's plus 1.2. And then around the green for Burns is plus 1.2. But both of those golfers complement each other in those categories. So Burns and Horschel, guys, shout out to Kenny Rogers. Burns and Horschel, I think they could very well win this. And also Billy Horschel's coming off a nice T21 last week. Still playing good golf despite kind of blowing up in that 4th round of the Masters. And Sam Burns, guys, he's still a really good golfer. You're playing in Louisiana, too, where he's from. He's from Louisiana. Seems to really play very well down here. Flat course. It's like you're playing in the wetlands, too, and that's Florida style. That's where Billy Horschel grew up, too. So I think these two golfers are really dangerous. That's going to start off my card, guys. I got them at 13-1. And I'll also give you guys first-round leaders, too, on top of these. 20-1 first-round leader for Billy and Sam. And I also have them top 10 shop around plus 120. You might even be able to find a better number there on Burns and Horschel. Big Show's just saying Hatton and Horschel together, they're electric at the Masters. That was quite the fireworks there, Connor. I don't know if you saw it, but they were just freaking out. Not freaking out, but freaking out over every shot. And it wasn't good. Seeing them together, usually you need kind of someone to calm you down. If you have two hotheads out there golfing, it can be good comedy. I'll tell you that much. It can be really good comedy. So that was funny.
Good comedy for golf.
Yeah, good comedy
in a golf way, but not.
They didn't play necessarily great golf, but they were definitely fun to watch, especially Billy or Hatton. I think Hatton's just one of the funniest guys to watch on the tour. Kenny Rogers said he played his golf at Louisiana State University in 2021, and he won the Valspar and the Sanderson Farms. That is correct. So it is a home.
That is correct, Kenny.
Yeah, that's just another reason why I like him there, Kenny. He's 3rd in long par threes. He's got really good tee to green, both of their putting stats are very strong. Probably the two best putters this year, plus 0.45, plus 0.68 would be these two guys. If you combine their two putting stats, it's definitely the best out of any of these golfers. So I'm not going to go on too much more about them. I got I got 5 more guys, including 2 extra first round leaders. So I'll rock and roll, Connor. And then again, I'll dip out in about 15, 20 minutes and let you guys close out the show. So
do your thing, man.
Let's keep going. We're going to go on to, if you guys have any questions about any pairings, just let me know. But I'm going to jump into the ones that I do like. The next one's going to be Gooch and Homa. Taylor Gooch and Homa. Mr. Slouch kind of loafs around the golf course, but his tee to green, same with Gooch, 1.12, 1.02. They're very strong. Off the tee, surprisingly, have minus 0.07 for Gooch, but Homa can cover that. And then Homa's one hiccup would be his around the green, but Gooch, he's plus 1.48. So they really complement each other, I think, these two golfers. Also, Gooch is 8th in par 3 scoring, long par 3 scoring efficiency, which is a really good stat. I'm going to run with this week, 72nd for Homa. So these two golfers there, Connor, I think they're just going to be they're at a good number too. I got them at 30-1, guys. I believe they're going to have a good shot. Homa over here is the one thing I want to see him putt a little bit better. I know he plays much better over in the West Coast. He putts better on that Poana where he grew up on, but I still think with Gooch here, a guy that's from the area, I believe he's from Georgia. So yeah, I'm going to rock with these two guys. Number 2 on the 5-pack.
Yeah, I like it real quick. Homa, California guy, but Homa, Louisiana. Just a little shout out there.
Homa, Louisiana.
Hopefully it's a little close by, so maybe that gives him a little love there for a guy that kind of a shitty swing. When I see him and Cantlay at times, you talked about how they're not very good on par 3s. They're long irons. They always give that sorry layoff. Even a few of it, like Scheffler does it, but he hasn't been bothering him. I mean, he's won 4 out of 6 tournaments, but I think their swings can get ugly.
Yeah, and I think this is one of the longer par 3s they're going to deal with in the last couple of weeks. So we'll see how Scotty deals with that, because his number is 174 there, Connor, long par 3 scoring. So he definitely does struggle. Homa 72nd, not as bad, but Gooch and Burns 3rd and 8th. I think they can hopefully carry these guys. Hopefully they get the alternate shot down. So yeah, that's number 2. Number 3 is going to be Kirk and Todd there, Connor. I'm going to go Kirk and Todd at.
I knew you were going with them.
At 50-1. Oh, sorry. Also, Gooch and Homa guys, 30-1 to win, 35-1 first round leader, and top 10. I got them at plus 230. But number 3 was Kirk and Todd. Yeah, I got to stick with these guys. Todd is off the tee. Surprisingly, Connor, off the tee and approach is actually in the negative. But Kirk is so strong, 1.37 plus 0.48 plus 0.43 off the tee and approach. So they complement each other. And then Todd's putting this year, Connor, plus 0.08. That's a really strong number, where Kirk's actually about 0, minus 0.07. Around the green, they're both very strong as well. 41st and 7th in long par 3 scoring. That's Brandon Todd actually taking advantage of these long par 4s, or long par 3s, sorry. So I think this course is just going to fit their mold here, Connor. Bounce off each other, similar to Gooch and Homa. And 50-1, I like that number. Kirk and Todd, they're going to be number 3 on this 5-pack. Got anything, Connor?
Like it. No, I'm staying away from that, but I could see it work. I know you like Kirk. Todd's kind of sneaky. There's a lot of guys I don't love this week. I mean, the best players obviously have a short price here, the best 2 pairings. So I got to dig deep. I'm going to be doing a deep study the next 2 days on what I want to go with here.
For sure. I could even send you this Excel thing, maybe, if it'll help you out. I got about down to the 100-1, all tee to green.
You're a good man, Gogster. You're on top of it the next day. It's very difficult for me after a Sunday to be on my next week.
Especially with all the sports going on. Yes. Anyways, number 4, guys, we're going a little more digging here. Get up the shovels. We're going digging here. We're going digging to Scotland there, Connor. We're going to Scotland. Martin Laird and Robert McIntyre. We're going with these two boys. Looking at the stats, they're not too shabby. I don't have any red for these guys. Martin Laird, 1.14 tee to green, strong tee to green. He's actually having a really good season other than his putting. But if you look at McIntyre, he's plus 0.4, which is decent enough, in my opinion, to knock that off, or whatever. I can't find the word for it. But to nullify it, there you go. That's the word I was trying to find, Connor. Nullify. But yeah, McIntyre, he should mix very well. They're off the tee. Laird should be able to carry them. McIntyre is a bit of the weaker one here, but I know he's played well in these events. Let me just see if I can bring up McIntyre really quickly. I should already have him up. Oh, he didn't play last year. But I'm just looking at the numbers here. I'm also getting him, Connor, at 75-1. Scottish pairing too. You know, sometimes you get the country mates that can mix well. And I think these two guys, I don't have any red. Usually when you dive deep into the, you know, Gim and Schwab, Day and Scrivener, Bez and Schwartz. So I have a lot of red all over the place. When I'm looking at the Martin Laird and Robert McIntyre, there's nothing that can give me any pause for concern, as they'd say. Martin Laird's also 46, long par 3 scoring. And McIntyre, I don't have his number because he plays more in the European Tour. But I'm going to trust these guys, Connor, Martin Laird, McIntyre, 75-1. If they win, you heard it here first. I don't think many people probably have him to win. Also, what do we have him first round leader? 55-1 first round leader, and top 20 guys, you can get him at plus 170.
Wow. Good work. Yeah. Going for the long shot.
Going for a bomb. That's right. Teflon Don, did you say first round is best ball? Yeah, buddy. So first round is best ball. Second round is going to be alternate shot. Then they're going to make the cut. So 33 golfers, around 33 pairings are going to make the cut. And then day 3, they're going to do best ball again and then alternate shot again. So yeah, you can't get around either format here. And it's the 5th year they've done this. They just started this in 2017 at the TPC Louisiana. Also, one thing, weather. I kind of skipped over the weather. It's going to be about 75 to 79 throughout the weekend, mainly sunny, but the winds are going to be about 15 miles per hour southeast the whole time. So there's going to be a little bit of wind, not enough to cause a lot of shots to go wayward like it was here in Canada. Connor, there was I golfed in 75. Well, I don't know what it is for you. Probably about 50-mile-an-hour winds on Saturday. And
you know what you could do? You walk off the course.
I know. We played. All
right. Next time.
I was getting blown over. I was like,
well, wait. I should say that before you paid, you leave. You do it that way. But if you've already paid, you got to play the round. But
that's it. We're actually members too, so we just
members only.
Members.
Got the jacket?
No, not the jacket. Yeah, not the jacket. But yeah, when you're getting in winds like 25, anything 20 plus, I'd say, Connor, miles per hour, then it starts to get a little bit much.
Flag starts whipping, 25, you start.
Exactly. And if it gets even more than that, you start feeling it in your swing. Like the club starts even moving in your backswing. So that's the weather report there for you guys here at Bub Sports Radio. Number 5 here on the 5-pack is going to be a little more digging. I saw this guy here at the Valero. Actually, his ball came right up to me. That's Joseph Bramlett. I got an up close look at Joseph Bramlett there, and his actually around the green and putting is negative 0.3 and 0.87. But his around the green, that would be the only thing McNeely and him have against each other. That's Maverick McNeely. He's paired up with. Both their tee to greens are positive. Off the tee approach, you're going to need golfers, guys, this week, in my opinion, Connor, that are strong off the tee to green, because it's a long 7,400 yard course. And then you just need to get one of them kind of with the hot putter, or, just rely on one of them to kind of carry yourself from there. And I'm getting these guys at 100-1, and they're no cause for concern off the tee. It's just going to be McNeely, if he can roll the hot stick. He's plus 0.4 this year. And Bramlett just needs to hold his own. Long par 3 scoring. They're both 93rd and 89th, which isn't too bad. So we're going to take a shot there, guys. Joseph Bramlett and Maverick McNeely, another one you heard here first. 100-1, and I also have him first round leader at 60-1, and top 20 is plus 200. Almost done here, Connor. I got 2 more first round leaders I want to add for you guys. That's going to be Mitchell and Snedeker. Sneaky, these 2 guys played quite well last year together. They were 4th in 2021, Connor. So I'm going to rely on their good form early, because Mitchell, this guy was so close to winning here on Florida, and this is a very similar track, and Snedeker's kind of playing better golf. So we'll take a shot with him, guys. Yeah, he's actually 50-1 first round leader. And we also are going to take a shot with him top 20 again at plus 150 to repeat a similar good performance. And then one more first round leader for you guys is going to be Bradley and Steele, 2 golfers that are, again, strong off the tee, good approach. good off the tee. It's just going to be coming down to their putting. If one of them can roll a good flat stick, Brandon Steele and Keegan Bradley definitely can take advantage of this distance. So we got them first round leader as well at 40 to 1.
I like it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll throw it over here to Connor. Okay. I got some 72 hole matchups I'm going to tweet out for you guys too. Even some first round matchups I want to take advantage of because there's some bombs on here. Even Garnett and Stallings, Horsfield and Wallace. I might try and take them first round matchups because Horsfield's played quite well here and Stallings is playing good golf right now too. So that's what I got, guys. I'm looking at the chat really quickly. Kenny Rogers, shout out to you, buddy. Appreciate it. What do you think of Lee Westwood, 1,400 to win the PGA Championship outright? Well, this course they're going to be playing at. Let me just bring that up because I did have the golf course here. It was at the it's up north at. Oh no, sorry, it's down south here. We're going to Tulsa there, Connor. It's at Southern Hills Golf Course.
Southern Hills. Wow, yeah. They haven't been there probably in 10 years.
It's been a while. I think it was 2005. Yeah, something like that, way back then. So
yeah, okay.
Should be interesting at that number, Kenny. Hey, that's not too shabby at all. Maybe a first round leader. But yeah, top 15 world rankings. I got a couple more minutes, Connor. I'm going to go over those. Number 1 is Scheffler, Morikawa, Rahm, Hovland, Smith, Cantlay, McIlroy, Thomas, DJ, Burns, Xander, Matsuyama, Billy Horschel, Louis Oosthuizen, that is, and Joachim Neiman. Those are the top 15 in the world right now. What is Tringali and Clark? Yeah, so one more thing. Pub Sports is bringing up their Tringali and Clark. Let me just see. I should have these guys. Yeah, so Tringali and Clark just off the tee. Negative and not one of those two. They're not exactly strong off the tee. Approach, you can lean on Tringali, both solid around the green, and their putting. I don't mind their putting either. Actually, their putting's pretty solid. So just be if they can get off the tee. That would be my only cause for concern. So that's it, guys. I'll leave it to Connor to finish it off here. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I'm going to tweet out my 5-pack this week, as I always do. It's an Eagle47_, and check me out too on Pub Sports Radio, guys. I got let me try that again. NHL shows I do with Jimmy the Bag. Got his morning show at 11 a.m. Eastern. So check me out there Wednesdays and Thursdays. And
a few games left, right? 5 games.
Yeah, we're closing up the NHL season. It's finishing up soon. Oh, there we are. It's finishing up soon, so we'll look forward to a couple more weeks. Finally starting to see the ice a little better now. And we'll be back next week too, Connor. I believe it's the World Tech in Mexico at Mayakoba. So we'll be back next week from Mayakoba. Till then, you guys.
The one I thought was this week.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Shout out to you.
Just going off you, my guy.
All right, love you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Be good.
Cheers. I do this week to week. Later, Gogster. There's our guy. He just gets in, gets out. Look at him. Kenny. I don't think Jon Rahm should be the outright. Right now, he's not playing his best golf. I still think he's the top 5 golfer in the world for sure. And I think he'll get it going. He could be sneaky, but not be the outright favorite at the PGA Championship. He just hasn't been able to put it together these first few months. Let's get to some of my stuff I've already looked at. I've already talked about. These days aren't huge for me after Sunday, after tournament. And this is a week you got to watch it because I try to get my money back. Last week was my first real bad week that I've had because usually I can get a top 10 or 20s and I usually get my money back or even more. This week there's not a lot of value. Like all these guys that are under 10 to 1, top 10, are minus 125, plus 110, plus 120. There's nothing for me there. I mean, I got to start getting down to, we were getting in the area of Mitchell and Snedeker, maybe 5 to 1. For a top 10. I mean, I was looking at it, guys, if top 10 or 20, or like Glover and Reavie, I think they could be a decent mix down here because there's a lot of no-name guys in this one that are kind of paired up. And Gogster got it right. I'm going to dig into it a little bit more on some of these guys that might be paired a little bit better with their putting and some of it that drive it better. Even guys that look for bombs way down at the bottom. They haven't played well, but I've always liked Duffner, Jason Duffner. With Cook down there, just some real bombs. These guys are at the bottom.
Dolman's way down there too. That was kind of surprising to me. I don't even care who he's paired up with. He's golfing really well right now.
Yeah, that's a decent one. I thought the Laird. I thought like look for guys that play well. They just like match play type events, even though it's kind of different. You know, the Europeans usually have beat the Americans, even though in the Ryder Cup, Americans have taken care of business a bit lately. But, you know, like Norlander, I think could be a decent one. He kind of fell off after a decent Saturday. I remember you mentioned that to me, Big Show. Yeah. And he got hot Saturday, and then he kind of fell off on Sunday. Those are guys, they're around 100 to 1 or more. The Benhausen out, or, you know, I can't say his name that well, and Charles Schwartzel. Schwartzel's played better. He had a kind of a bad Sunday. I think he finished 2 under yesterday, but he played better at the Masters too. So it's good to see him playing better. I know they kind of, Gogster said it didn't match. I'm going to dig into it more, but you can get over 60 to 1 there. So I see a little value with those two guys. He mentioned this one I was really looking at was Bradley and Steele, but which guy's going to putt for them? And it's Steele if it's going to happen, not Bradley, but both are great putters. But I was looking at Graham McDowell, guy who's, you know, won a U.S. Open. Where has he been the last 5 years? Hasn't played too good at golf, but played well this last week. He finished at 8 under. So
yeah,
I think he
owed me cash out on DraftKings all weekend, man. First round.
Okay, and he just slipped out of top 10? But anyways, he played. It was good to see him play well. He's with Seamus Power. I like a little older guy, younger guy, 45 to 1. These are the guys I'm looking at here.
Yeah,
that was one of.
Connor, I like that one a lot, just because I like swagger, and I like two guys that are gonna fucking gel together and have a little swag.
Exactly. Yeah, I love that one.
The Warren one was interesting too, because
yeah, that one's interesting. I want to touch on the Neiman, I think, with Mito there. I think that's a decent value because at least they're just two young guys. I mean, who knows if it's going to work, but they're just so talented. And I think if, you know, you're getting over 25 to 1, some places I see them 28 to 1. DraftKings 25 to 1, like you mentioned, Big Show. I thought that was a decent look. Of course, Shane Lowry's playing well. Poulter's doing all right. He's getting by. You know, I think he's about 45 years old, but he's still playing well right now. Those guys are right around 23 to 1. It's just tough for me. The big guns have won here, at least a big name with another guy, you know, kind of like how Palmer's been with a guy, but it's just the powerhouse names. It's really tough. Like Fleetwood and Garcia would be one, but under 20 to 1, there's not enough value there for me. So I'm going to do a ton of digging. Is there anything else you wanted to touch on, Big Show? I will tweet out all my stuff, and I will have my prize pick stuff.
I kind of got a question for you.
Go ahead. What?
Out of Gogster's 5-pack, which one do you think has the most value? Do you think it's the Burns one?
Yeah, I'd say it's the Burns, and I still I'm not like crazy about it, but at that price, I just don't think that's good enough even for this. I know in this event you're going to get knocked down in price, but I still don't want that at that number. I need a higher. I'd want like 20 to 1 to play them. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not getting it. So I'm going to pass on it. We'll get to our prize picks too. I'll have that all done before round 1 as well. Neiman just missed it, but we got the Wise, and Lowry shot well. We hit the little 2-pack there on the 3rd round one. So hopefully we'll be hitting more of those prize pick ones we give out. And yeah, like I said, I'm going to try to find some gold here at the bottom show. This is a tournament I'm crazy about, but I got to come back. Last week was horrible for me. I need a little bit of a bounce back, so I got to do lots of studying this week. Oh, one guy I wanted to touch on here, show that we didn't mention, Harold Varner III and Watson here. I mean, you're getting them around anywhere 28 to 1, I see, 26, 25 to 1. I was narrowing in on them. They get along with each other. I think they're both playing decent golf right now. How about Harold Varner? I mean, like I said, it's hard for him to win at times in years past, but in this event with a partner, I think that is a solid price. What do you think about that, Show?
I love the matchup just for playing sake. Like, I hope they bring a lot of cams and a lot of mics to the carts and get some of this reaction, because that's what
I agree.
They need more interaction with the players. Like, show more enthusiasm. We don't need to hear a guy whispering the whole goddamn time. We need some enthusiasm out there. You know, we need the Hatton and Horschel fucking cams.
Yeah, and you're right, because some people don't like it, but I like it. I mean, they used to get on Bubba Watson because he used to rip his caddy, but yeah, I mean, it makes it more fun for golf if you're watching it, you know, to have the mics near these guys.
We want to see that motivation. We got money in these guys' back pocket. We want to hear them talking. We want to be in the corner with them, you know, like we're fighting. Yeah, I don't know how much that'll ever go for the PGA Tour and golf,
how far they'll go because it's about as stiff and boring a sport as it gets. But anything that can bring it a little bit more, like you just said, I hope for it too. I'd rather watch it. Yeah, I think it's interesting partners as well. I think for the price too. I'm gonna try to find like these bombs. Like I'm gonna go through all these guys. Like I mean Hagley, Pierce. Like look at these names: Creel, Ramney, Rogers, and Wu, Bird and Hadley, Hardy and Thompson. I mean we got some real. Hey now, what the hell? Going on. Kraft and Tway. I'm gonna roll through them here. Maybe we could dig one out of these guys here at the bottom and come through. Was it Bill Haas playing with his dad? Jay Haas? No way. What the hell?
Let's go.
Let's go, man. I like that though. That's cool that they're playing, but I don't know if they'll be in the money at all. I don't know if I can put any money on those guys, but shout out to Jay and Bill Haas. All right, we're out of here, show. We'll have my shit posted. Usually I do it Wednesday, and we'll do the prize pick show too as well. I love getting in that with golf because I think there's advantages to be made. And we'll try to get it out early. Like, we still didn't need it, but Aaron Wise coming off a bad day, it was kind of like Lowry. He shot real well, and Wise had a bad day, greens and regulations, but this guy's been an unreal player all year, show. It was 11. I think he hit 14 or 15 that day. So he came back. He shot 3 under. His problem has been putting and driving, but guy hits the green, so we took advantage of that. So I'm going to try to find more advantages we can take. And it's not easy. They have them priced pretty well there in Prize Picks, but I think we can still find some value there with that. So we'll have those video out before the first round as well. So thanks for joining us here, PGA Pub Hub. We will see. I'll see you in just a few days. I'll have my shit posted on Twitter. Shout out to Gogster as he killed it. Had a 5-pack today. I'll have my stuff posted on Twitter. I appreciate you for joining us and have fun and have a great week betting here at the Zurich Classic. Peace.